just around the corner, and a very traditional dish at this time of year is meatloaf. I'm introducing a meatless meatloaf made with nuts, and this is going to take a little bit of effort, but if you add to impress, this is going to work. You are going to need 2 1/4 cup of nuts. I'm going to use 1 cup of walnuts, half a cup of pecans, half a cup of almonds, and a 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds. We're going to fry up 1 yellow onion diced finely with 1 bulb of garlic which has been crushed. That's going to be fried with 1 teaspoon of brown sugar and half a teaspoon of salt. The nuts will be complemented with 2 1/4 cups of brown button mushrooms diced. To bind all this together, you're going to need half a cup of buckwheat flour, a 1/4 cup of potato flour, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and on top of this is also 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs. You can use any kind of western herbs you wish. For this, I've put together thyme, oregano, marjoram, sage, and parsley. There's also 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, 1 tablespoon of blackstrap molasses, and 2/3 of a cup of water. You are going to need appliances to bake, to fry, and also to chop up your nuts if you prefer. So I've got this little food processor thing here. Here we go. The problem with this processor is that it gives you whole nuts together with nut powder. If you want to make it a bit more of an even texture, I advise you to put all the nuts in a plastic bag and bash it all in with a rolling pin. Once your nuts are processed, you're going to roast them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So while I'm monitoring that, we're going to fry up the onion and garlic. So we're going to fry the onion and garlic in cooking oil just until the edges of the onion start to turn brown. After that, we put together all of our binder ingredients. Sorry, I forgot to mention earlier that you need 1 teaspoon of pink salt for this mixture. Don't forget your wet ingredients and stir it all up until it becomes this gorgeous brown mixture. Add in your diced mushrooms, fried onion and garlic, and roasted nuts, and stir it all in evenly. Transfer the mix into a bread loaf pan lined with baking paper and let that cook in the oven at 325 degrees for about 25 minutes. Once that's done, flip the pan over, peel off the baking paper, and let it cool for about 10 minutes before serving. And it's here! A homemade nut loaf chock full of protein and natural flavors to share with your family this Christmas or any other time of the year. Thanks so much for watching, and happy holidays!